All right, welcome in to the Rob and Kale Show. I'm Rob Sanders. Thanks for joining us this evening. My podcast co-host is in the upstate. He's not upset with me for not being on time tonight. He is Mr. Carolina Jackpot, Kale Hall. Kale, what's up, buddy?
What's going on? Glad to see you here on time. Ready to go, rock it and roll it.
Yeah. All right. So we got stuff to talk about this evening. Gamecocks got their schedule drop. What that means is that they put out a lot of the times for the games that they're going to play. So we can get into that for a minute. We can also talk about what schools that care about their baseball program do and what schools that don't. We'll get into that momentarily. And whatever the hell else Jackpot wants to get into this evening, right?
Absolutely. I'm here for it.
All right. So where do you want to go first, Jackpot? Do you want to talk about the baseball team or do you want to talk about the football stuff?
Whatever you'd like, sir. Go ahead.
All right. So let's go with, we can get into the baseball stuff in a minute. Let's talk about the football stuff first. They put out windows, Jackpot, for the Gamecocks as far as the different times that they're coming out. It's kind of gives you an idea, a way to plan, especially for the home games. The big one, though, is that the South Carolina-Clemson game will be a noon start. We know that now. That's the first time we've known that in a long damn time.
Yeah, I was saying that usually it's like maybe you get it a week out. It's usually that Monday before the game is usually when they tell you when it's going to be.
Yeah.
I mean, now we're learning in June. Before Father's Day, I know when the damn kickoff of the damn rivalry game is going to be. Nuts.
Do you like that or not?
I would have to say that I do. Just for planning purposes, if nothing else. No, yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, I watch football for 12 hours on Saturday, excuse me. So I'm going to be watching it anyway, but
it's the cool part about it, though, is that, you do get to plan a little bit. It's also, there are some Gamecock fans online that are upset that you're not really guaranteed a bunch of night games at Williams-Brice. But, I think we're past the point of having a night game is a great thing as far as the social aspect goes. Everybody can go out and they can get hammered and blah, blah, blah. But in the end, I mean, if you got to think sometimes, the worst games are the 4:00 games. I think you would agree with me on that. That's like the throwaway game, in my opinion. You have a good game at high noon.
I don't like those games. I don't like those. South Carolina does not play well at that time slot. Generally. Now, there's exceptions, but generally they don't play great at that 4:00 slot. But, if you're going to take that next step and become a above average program consistently, to a program that's going to try to make a push to go to the playoffs every year, you got to be able to win, if they fucking play it at midnight,
Well, and if you want that time slot that, is a cherry time slot, you got to make yourself a relevant enough program where, hey, there are more people that want to see you than just the people that live in the state of South Carolina. Yeah. And that goes for Clemson too, or whoever. All right, I'm not just picking at you Gamecock fans, but in reality, that's the truth, though.
From what I'm looking at, you got South Carolina State at night. You have Vanderbilt's going to be a night game. That Kentucky game will likely be a night game. I think that's probably going to be a night game on the SEC network. And then, your Oklahoma game is going to be at noon. That's during the fair, I think. The fair is there that week, maybe. That's always – generally a daytime game. And then, your Bama game could be at nighttime too, especially if both those teams are, like one loss team or somebody's undefeated. Right. I could see a primetime slot there for that game. Coastal Carolina who cares, right? And then the Clemson game is what it is. You gotta be able to play at any point on your schedule to be
I don't.
If you're good.
Yeah, I don't have any. as a Clemson fan, I'm proud that game is at noon, so we can get out of there before the crackheads wake up and be back in Clemson by 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah,
so, great.
And you can see the meth heads when you get there.
That's fine. But we can avoid being there at night in that shithole, and that's a good thing if you're a Clemson fan. So, poor Dennis Wilson may actually go to that game this year because I think he has a rule that once the sun sets, he doesn't go anywhere near Williams-Brice. I don't either, but he'll put on the hazmat suit and the steel-toe boots and, all that good stuff to go down there if it's a noon kickoff. So
he doesn't need to be spending any money on any tickets to that ball game until he can afford to get back over here and start sponsoring this damn show.
He's going to sponsor the show.
Things are getting slim over here.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
I gotta say, I almost miss reading his silly stuff that he had for me every week. So,
well, I mean, everything you read was true. So you like to spit some facts, and that's great.
No,
Anyway.
I disagree.
Okay. But anyway, yeah, that's one of the good things. It's an early game, and then go from there. Billy says, does the fair take up the parking lot at Williams-Brice Stadium? That's a fair question. Let's see what I did there. The fair at one point, they had like a contract with the Gamecock Club, but the Gamecock Club has a history of fucking over Gamecock fans. You can Google it, where, people bought at one time lifetime parking passes, and they paid like an absurd amount of money for them. And then, later on, they're like, no, they're not lifetime. I mean, there's been court cases about this and just the way they treated the Gamecock
what
fans.
happened? I mean, they did some construction out there or something.
So what happened with the fair was they had a contract with the fair to park cars there, and it was the stupidest contract that you would ever see in your life. And they expected the fair just to, re-up that same contract that they signed, I think, in the early 70s. And the fair was like, we're losing money having to clean up and all this other stuff there. We have to get more. And they're like, no, fuck you. We're the Gamecock Club. You will bow down to us. And the fair told them basically piss off. And then once that happened, that started the whole thing with, hey, we're going to go and get rid of the farmers market down there. And they started parking and dealing with cars. I mean, it's a long, long story. But yeah, there's been lawsuits against the Gamecock Club for the way they screwed over fans.
The university should have got money together to just buy the damn fairground.
The crazy thing is
that would have made sense.
Well, that may actually happen, Jackpot. That may happen where, in the interest of those 8 Saturdays in the fall, the fair may be like, look, you can buy the entire fairgrounds, which, to be honest, if they could get a good price for it and then move the fair somewhere else, it might be a viable option, but we'll see how that works out.
Somebody years ago should have just been a lot smarter and built the stadium out in the middle of a cow pasture like some places and wouldn't have all this problems.
Well, Clemson Stadium is built on campus. South Carolina's isn't, and that's because there wasn't anywhere for them to put it, So there's that. Anyway, anybody want to have thoughts on this? I mean, some of the early games here. Let's go ahead and put these out here.
Yeah, I didn't look at any of the other teams like our opponents. Now, right. Clemson, theirs hasn't been.
Nope.
No, so that'll be an ACC thing. I guess all the other the SEC teams have theirs also, but I haven't looked at any of those.
So Virginia Tech will be at 3:00. South Carolina State will be at 7:00.
That Virginia Tech game, that's the first time. I know it's the first time, since 2016, that South Carolina has played on the Sabbath. And I can't really tell you any other time that they have. In 2016, they played Georgia on Sunday. And that was a hurricane, tropical storm, one of them, Matthew or something maybe, that came and drenched Columbia, and they had to move the game back to Sunday.
Yeah.
There. And
You're a bug.
we lost 28-14 to Jacob Eason. Now that was Kirby's first year.
Oh, jackpot. I'm going to try to Google this right now.
Kind of a bad loss there too when you consider they lost to Georgia Tech and Vandy that year at home, and we couldn't beat them in front of the church crowd at Willie B.
All right, so according to what I just pulled up, they has played 12 games on Sunday during their history. They have a record of 5 wins and 7 losses on those Sundays. So yeah, there's that jackpot. 5 and 7 according to the quick Google search here.
One of the other ones, they had to be back in the 20s, 30s.
Yeah, I'd have to pull out my Gamecock Atlas thing and one of my media guides from the past and take a peek. But
Stop.
5 and 7 jackpot. That's your record on Sundays. So
Yes.
anyway, looking at some of the other games here, jackpot. We know South Carolina State will be a 7:00 kickoff. Vanderbilt will be either 7 or 7:45. Oklahoma is going to be an early game, which means that that it's probably going to be either a noon or a 1:00 kick. Alabama, Ole Miss, those are flex. A&M should be an early kick here too.
A&M's an early kick. That's a noon one.
Coastal Carolina is your one game that you're assured is going to be a 4:00 kick, which, who cares?
That'll be on the SEC network.
Yep, and then the Clemson game is at high noon on ABC or ESPN. So there you go. We'll take put the line out here.
Says South Carolina's going to be good next year. Are you talking about 2026 or are you talking about this coming season?
Yeah, Octavian says you're going 6 and 6, Jack.
Well, but if we're going 6 and 6, and Florida will be lucky to get 4 and 8.
So there you go. There's a link if you want to join the show. If you want to talk about the Gamecock schedule with the times being put out. So
yeah, I was speaking of SEC quarterbacks and Lagway and all those people. Well, nobody's been talking about this guy that is going to be at Missouri. This Perbula guy. I watched a couple of YouTube shorts, like some of his highlights at Penn State. Dude looks pretty good. Well, a lot of those games it was mop up duty against Kent State and Purdue, but then he was in there like in the second quarter of a tight game against Wisconsin. I don't know if old Drew Aller was hurt or what, but he was making some pretty decent throws and he's got some wheels. He may be pretty good. He's pretty good. So
we'll see on that. There's always some
AstroTurf back down at Williams-Brice. As long as they don't put that logo in the middle of the field that they had there when it was down the first time, that thing was hideous.
I don't know. I don't know about the AstroTurf, man. That shit looked terrible wherever they put it. So we're in South Carolina. You should be able to grow some grass.
They were all up in arms up here in Greenville County. A lot of the citizens were about all the high schools. The school district has spent I don't know how many $1 million to outfit all of the high school stadiums with AstroTurf up here to replace the natural grass surfaces. And you got all these people are complaining, they're raising our taxes to do this and that. Well, what your taxes, you're not spending any more money than you would have. Who you pay a groundskeeper, you're not going to have to do anything to maintain that now.
Well, in
it's
theory,
no more equipment to mow the grass. You don't have to pay somebody else. So mow the grass, or your coach doesn't have to mow the grass or whatever. So
I'm in the theory too of the field turf is different than the AstroTurf. AstroTurf is like a carpet. I mean, field turf, you ever been on that surface? It's a little bit different. They make it out of like tires and stuff like that.
mm-hmm.
And it's just different. It's just not the same. But let's welcome Octavian to the program straight from the fryer at Popeyes. Welcome in, sir.
What's going on, sir?
Are you really? It really sounds like you're frying up some of that award-winning fish at Popeyes.
No,
Award-winning fish. I didn't know they won awards for their fish.
They won the jackpot awards.
The jackpot award. That's right.
All right, you sound terrible, but go ahead.
But sir, I just want to tell you this for the record. Florida is must-see TV. Florida is must-see TV today.
Why? For the laughs?
No, because we have no new games, sir. No new games.
Y'all don't have any noon games.
No new games. Y'all got all the 4 o'clock games, and y'all going 6-6. They're going 6-6.
No, we have to be fair. They've got one game that is scheduled for 4 o'clock, and that's the Coastal Carolina game.
Sir, South Carolina is going to lose to Coastal Carolina. Are you serious?
They're not losing to Coastal Carolina.
Okay.
They will lose to that team. They will lose to them.
I remember last time we played them, they told us we were going to lose to them. We beat them 70-10.
Yeah, and look, let's just be honest here. If they lose to Coastal Carolina, they're going winless on the season.
Yeah,
if they're that shitty that they lose to Coastal in the 11th game of the year, they're probably going 0-12. They're not losing to Coastal.
They're going.
Sir, wait a minute. Hold on, Octavian. Do you even know what the
mascot
is
for Coastal? This is not
Jamie
Chadwell's Coastal.
Then a chapter clears.
Well, who's their coach?
I know their offensive coordinator is Willie Corn. I think it's the Beck dude. That Tim Beck is their coach.
Damn. He impressed me there.
I don't know.
There's 2 Tim Becks. There's a Tim Beck at Vanderbilt that's the OC, and then there's that Tim Beck.
Yeah.
And they both suck against the Gamecocks, so how about that?
Their offensive coordinator is Drew Hollingshed. Drew Hollingshed is their offensive coordinator. Willie Corn went with, I think he's at Liberty with
Chadwell.
With Chadwell. I'm checking on that for sure, but it's not Willie Corn.
I thought it was Willie Corn.
He was at one point, but he is the co-offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach at Liberty.
Okay. I could have sworn they had a good quarterbacks coach. Good offensive coordinator. But anywho, Tennessee. Hey, you can tell Daniel for me tonight. Daniel, your Tennessee Volunteers is not winning the fucking game. Stop talking about Tennessee. Stop talking about Tennessee. Nobody wants to fucking hear about Tennessee. Tennessee is over with. That program is dead.
Look. You don't just come on this chat and just choose violence, okay?
Yeah. The only one that gets to choose violence is Jackpot.
That's right. You don't just come on here and start spouting out orders. Who do you think you are?
Yeah. All right, Octavian, don't burn the shrimp, man. You're going to piss off the drive-thru.
Go Gators, fuck Tennessee, and fuck South Carolina.
Thank you, Octavian, for saying the same thing that you say every time that you come on the program.
Steven over in the comment section says, Jackpot, what do you all think our record with the Gamecocks will be? I'm not ready to say yet because I've got to see some more dominoes fall. You know, we picked another running back up out of the transfer portal tonight.
Yeah, the kid from Colorado, right?
Now, and I'm a little bit concerned about this. This Hale McGranahan over on 24/7 Sports said it's nothing to be worried about with the Faison guy who hasn't gotten his eligibility yet. But I'm not so sure about that. I think somebody's lying to us.
Well,
This
their
guy,
writing
this
is
guy was a
on the wall there.
4-star, and his stats at Colorado weren't exactly eye-popping. But then again, when has Colorado had a running back under prime that did have any eye-popping stats? They don't have an offensive line. So, this guy could be a diamond in the rough. Who knows? I think they may have added. I think they probably just added him for a depth piece. But the NCAA, okay, we're done with the House settlement. We're done with the. I'm assuming for a while they're done with the Michigan shit. So it's time to start looking at some papers and letting this guy play football.
Well,
I looked at his timeline of where he's been, what he's done. To me, he looks eligible. I'm just like, he's played football, it looks like, for 3 years.
Well, here's the thing, Jackpot. The NCAA goes on their own time period. So they're not going to – they could care less about what you or anybody else thinks. They're just going to do whatever the hell they want.
Cody over in the comment section with a dumb comment. The Cock defense is guaranteed to be limper than Jackpot's gummy worm. Oh, yeah, because we had a good defense last year, so there's no way that we can replace them with any decent players. How do you think those players we had last year got to the level they were at? Coaching. We ain't replaced any coaches on defense. Coaching, recruiting. That's what we do.
The other thing, though, with that you're
I
talking about with the running back.
like that South Carolina's schedule is a little bit softer early on. Want to give this defense some time to gel together, play together, work out some kinks, get right, and then go through the home stretch. It should be a solid.
Well, you mentioned that. Well, first of all, let me finish my thought on the running back. Them taking the running back this late, is a sign that they think that maybe, Faison's not coming. That's the vibe that I get. Why else would you do that?
I don't know. Well, he's coming. He's there. He wants to.
But he's there. But is he gonna? They think he may not be able to play. You got to have another running back to go out there.
It's fucking horseshit, man. What lame brain? I just want to know. And this, I asked that question in that message board too. And old Mr. McGranahan told me that, there was more to it than met the eye, I guess. Because I posed the question, why did they go after him in the first place if they knew he had all this damn red tape around him? And he basically, I paraphrase, he said, well, they knew there was a little bit of red tape, but they didn't know that there was as much red tape as. Well, why would you not fucking find out first? I wouldn't have even touched that with a 10-foot pole.
Right.
Yeah, they could have. They could have picked somebody else up, but and my thing too is the thing that concerns me is they've got some visitors on campus this weekend, next weekend, and whatnot. They're recruiting. They're bringing in some good kids. They're bringing some good pieces for that defense and offensive lineman again, but yet, I don't see them. When's the last time they've been in conversation with a 4-star running back? They're not doing it. Are we just going to try to plug that position up out of the pool every year? Are we going to treat that position like Lane Kiffin treats quarterback? Because, when's Lane Kiffin had a Mississippi kid at quarterback? A guy, by that I mean a high school guy that they recruited and have developed. No, he just goes to the portal and gets one every year. He had old Beach Bum. What was his name? Corral or whatever. And then they had John Rice Plumley. I don't know where he transferred. He was a Mississippi. And then we had old Jackson. He was from Southern Cal.
So I think that from what I gather, and I'm not trying to, I know this is a touchy subject with a lot of Gamecock fans, but the thing with the NCAA, the list of schools that this kid has been to, he is, and if you're a Gamecock fan, you got to think, man, this guy can't find somewhere to go. He committed to Stony Brook, then went to Marshall, then to Utah State. I'm looking at all the stuff. I'm sorry, maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing here, but
Who you talking about, Faison?
Yeah, I'm talking about Faison. I'm sorry, I'm looking at something.
He was at Marshall, and then
right.
Then during the COVID time, I guess he left Marshall and went to Lackawanna Junior College, which is apparently located in Lackawanna, and took online courses. No football there. And then he went to Snow College, wherever that is, and then Utah State. So quite a traveled young man there.
Right. Well, but the thing that I think the NCAA is, they're supposed to be, and on the books, you're supposed to play 4 years in 5. So you have that 1 year where you can have an injury season or whatever, and you have to get a waiver for the rest of it to carry over. I think that's what may eventually hinder the young man from being able to play. It's stupid, and it's one of those things that if they do come down with that, he's going to sue them and he's going to win because they are keeping him from being able to further his education and his football career.
Yeah,
and they will lose. I mean, bad. So they may be looking at it and thinking, all right, this is something we're going to have to take a stand on here, but they're going to lose if it goes to court. It's just the way that it is.
I mean, he's already got a lawyer.
If it goes to court, though, it's bad news for Gamecock fans because how long will it take for that to go to trial? And you may miss him for, X amount of games this season. So bring on the kid from Colorado.
It might end up being a situation like with Tez Walker.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago from North Carolina, I had the hashtag Free Tez going on during that game. I got so damn mad because we were playing like shit. And every other fucking play, they were panning the camera over to the sideline to his fucking grinning, goofy ass standing on the sideline in his damn plain clothes. And I'm like, God damn it, I was just cussing. And ranting and raving. I'm like, last night, let him play, let him play, free Tez. I was pretty drunk, so that was good times, I guess.
Yeah, you kind of drugged the man. You were, I believe the comment was, "Fuck this guy." You were very happy about that. Why are they always talking about him?
What is this? OSU propaganda machine says the South Carolina Gamecocks are a sorry excuse of a program. Damn it. Filled with scandals you've been covering up for years. It's just a matter of time before it comes to the light. All will be exposed. Yeah.
Wait. This is coming from the program that had a coach that
you're
was
0-2
having
against us, by the way.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, remember they had a coach not too long ago that had Amazon shipments of sex toys sent to his office there in the building.
What were they doing years ago? Giving away tattoos, something?
Yeah, the tattoo gate. There's that too.
Punching players. Well, that was a long time ago, and he probably deserved that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I can't hate on that one, but yeah, they're 0-2 against the Gamecocks. So
there you go.
Win something against us, then you can talk.
So anyway, there's the link if you guys want to join the show. Have at it. The link is there for you. Really quick on the baseball front, the Duke head coach, after 13 years with that program, and he has decided to leave and go to Virginia. This is a guy that was one win away from going to Omaha this year and has built Duke into a decent program. Now he's going to be coaching at Virginia. Jackpot.
Yep.
This was your guy. This is the guy that you wanted.
Yeah, I think he's a good coach. I mean, yeah.
Yep.
Just yeah, they're not going to make any moves, man. They're not going to. They're going to wait till things get too bad, too far gone, and then they'll make a move. You're already in shambles right now. I mean, you can't get any worse than that season they had last year. So I don't understand why he's been retained. Wasn't just calmly asked to retire.
Right.
I mean, never will
The dog
understand
the dog that's barking is my dog. He's out there losing his gizzards. We'll let him in a minute.
Billy said, "Do I have a new dog?" Lord, no.
But no.
Got my
One
hands
other
full
note.
of history.
Let me give you this before here, Jackpot. The I read this. What was it? Murray State's budget and they're a team that is in Omaha the first time in their program's history. They are in Omaha. Congratulations to the Racers. But their football budget, their baseball budget, what they spend compared to several other schools. I looked it up. There was something about it. Yeah, their baseball budget is $858,000 compared to Duke, who they beat in the Super Regional. Theirs is $4.14 million. South Carolina's at $4.68 million. Do you know Arkansas spends like $9 million on baseball, Jackpot?
I believe it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing they're
Money
good at,
does went
I
on,
think.
but there's talk the Murray State baseball coach cuts the grass at Murray State. And this is from the Omaha World Herald. They have a 700 to 1 odds to win the College World Series here. But according to this, they're going to play UCLA in the first round. Nobody thought they had a chance to go into Oxford and win that game. But Dan Skirka is their head coach. He makes $68,000 a year to coach baseball, and he mows the grass at Murray State. Their stadium holds 800 people. Think about that for a second. Pretty crazy.
That is nuts. That's wild. Old Mark Kingston, who took the job at Creighton, won 40 games this year.
Oh, shit.
Creighton. Yeah, they made the tournament. They were out in the Arkansas regional. They did get bounced. I think they were the 4th seed, or a 4 seed, but they were there. Creighton's in Omaha. That's the only way Mark Kingston would make it to Omaha was to take a damn job at Creighton. But he was way better than what we were this year, for God's sake.
Big Barney Ross says, I have to put this quote up here because he says, I'll smoke grass at Murray State. Oh, I'm sorry, I left turn my mic off. Big Barney Ross says, I'll smoke grass at Murray State for $68,000. Sir, Murray State went into your house and beat you this year, so you don't get to talk too much about Murray State. They're the best team in Kentucky. Just saying. So I'll take them over Louisville. To hell with it. So anyway.
When is the College World Series action? Just Friday? I get started.
The 13th. 13th would be, Friday. Friday's the first set of games.
Mr. Edward O'Nuts bus driver says that LSU is going to sweep the state of South Carolina.
Okay. Look, it's fun to talk this early in the season. We shall see. I mean, your coach, the last time he went into Death Valley looked like he shit his pants. There's a great picture of that out there. And I can't remember. I mean, the last time that
he was deep in thought, he was thinking about his game plan.
No, he wasn't. He lost.
They almost beat you. So
well, I expect that from you, Jackpot. But
they did almost beat you. I mean, y'all stopped the 2-point conversion at the end, which that was good. But
in the middle of a monsoon,
blew them out.
But in the middle of a monsoon.
Well, they played in the monsoon too,
right? But here's a stat that Jackpot will appreciate. They've not
Notre Dame
won.
wasn't any good back then.
Okay.
They're trash.
Yeah.
They were.
They've not won a game, an opener, since 2019. So since pre-COVID.
Yeah, they beat Georgia Southern 55-3. Coach O.
Yeah. So there you go. We're going to welcome in to the program as soon as I fix his name because he keeps coming in with this name that just doesn't work. He is Peckerhead.
You can definitely tell school's out with some of the comments I'm reading.
Hold on, let me address Edward O. Nuss
Just
bus
pure
driver,
shit.
who is never fucking here. I've never seen this guy before. Let me give you a little attention, okay?
No, Nuss is around.
I've never seen him.
He's, no.
Yeah, he's around.
He's a good one.
Well, good for him. Your own school acknowledges that Clemson called their place Death Valley first. So if your school says that, then you're just an idiot who goes against what your own program said. Thanks for playing, sir.
No,
What do you have for the program, Peckerhead?
Well, Edward, take some pride in knowing that it's actually called Death Valley because the whole damn thing's built on top of a shit ton of slave graves. So at least you don't have that kind of baggage hanging under your stadium,
Cool.
But
That's disrespectful.
I mean, it really is. 86,000 people coming in and stomping all over unmarked slave grave. It really is disgraceful if you think about it. But,
Cool.
They love that mantra. So, but other than that, I forgot.
They ought to make them tear it down and rebuild it somewhere else so that they can, actually rest in peace.
Oh, well, they're fine with just putting out a sign saying that there's unmarked graves. Be careful where you stand.
Which is pretty much what happens across the state, but continue.
Yeah, to be fair to them, I don't know
First
how hard it
Baptist
would
Church, hold on. The First Baptist Church on Main Street in downtown Columbia is built on top of a graveyard. But I guess we should just say, screw you, Jesus, because that's the same mentality you're having here. But go ahead.
I wouldn't say it's the same.
Oh, it's completely the same.
Well, one's a
we're
church and one's a
disrespecting the
football
dead
stadium.
people that are there. I guess all the great stuff that First Baptist does,
Well, if you think about it, there's a holy
right
ground. It's a holy ground built on top of a
Oh.
graveyard versus a football stadium. They're a little different,
Cool.
surely.
Cool. Okay.
But other than that, how are y'all doing tonight?
Man, better than I deserve.
Rob, how about yourself, bud?
OSU propaganda machine says, "Don't use the Lord's name in vain. Vain is in vain in your arm." If you're gonna call me out on something, at least get the correct verbiage there, sir.
OSU fans, I've never known them to be that smart. And he's got his butt buddy Cody in the comments. I'm sure they service each other in the shower after the stream because they're just
scissoring.
Yeah,
Scissoring.
that's all they're doing, bro.
Google
That's
that.
all they're doing, man. It's sad.
Yeah.
But Cody, I mean, a terrible rage baiting. First of all, nobody's taking you serious. Like you're fucking joking.
I'm not even looking at this clown right now. But
Nobody's taking you serious at all.
Cody says, "You're right, OSU. I see the fear in his eyes. The deep state has him wrapped up, and he can't mention it. What is he?"
They keep
world
saying
is he
Shane
talking
Beamer's
about?
over his head and he'll be on the Clemson staff in 3 years. What are you fucking
he's
talking
not.
about?
Come on.
Like, what are you talking about? What a loser, man. But hey,
If they're Ohio State fans, now help me with this.
telling you can tell when school's out.
yeah, they're so
I'm
fucking
saying,
dumb, dude.
If they're Ohio State fans, okay, for real here, why in God's name are you mocking South Carolina, Clemson, whatever? You just won the national title. You should
still
come into
couldn't
the
beat
comment
Michigan, though,
section.
could they?
But it doesn't matter. You should come into the comment section every day. We're your reigning, defending national champion. Until somebody knocks us off, that's what we are. You all are striving to be.
But
what we are.
mention in that comment that you lost to your 6-6 rival or wherever the fuck they went last year.
But they're still the national champion, though.
I don't
Why
give a
not
fuck.
lead? But why not lead with that?
They're not
You know
smart
what I'm
enough.
saying? That's what you should do.
Yeah, they're not smart enough. To be fair, I think Cody might be a Clemson fan.
Of course.
But I mean, you know how that crowd is, Rob. I don't got to address that.
Sure.
Now they're just talking about blood oaths and George Short. Shane Beamer ain't even Jewish.
I got a comment over there that says I
You
can
see that with OSU? Yeah, weird, dude.
that they can see Shane coaching Virginia Tech. Yeah, no.
If that was gonna happen, that would have happened when
That would have happened when he got a coaching job.
Yeah.
That's a step down.
He's
at
not.
this point.
He's not going. I don't think he's going to Virginia Tech.
Yeah, it'd literally be a step down. And I'm sure if they came in with a a big contract, South Carolina would match whatever he was offered.
To be fair, if we just look at it from a monetary standpoint, I'm just being honest. If it's from a monetary standpoint, and you could coach at any program in the SEC just because of the TV money, why would you take a step down to go to an ACC program where you're not going to get as much TV money, which means your stuff's not going to be as good?
So you think
Unless
Vanderbilt's a better job than Von Tech, just based off the money?
Well, to be fair, Vanderbilt's a private university. We don't get to look at their numbers,
That's
but
true.
they get more TV money than Virginia Tech does. I know that because that's in black and white. If it's just about the money, yeah, Vanderbilt's probably better.
Interesting.
In some
It's
eyes.
starting to become all about the money, Rob, too. That's what college football is becoming, dude.
Yeah, it's definitely becoming that, and you're going to have
Or become, not even
you're
becoming.
going to have outliers like Notre Dame. Notre Dame's one of them. They're going to have a ton of money, and Clemson's going to have money. They're a
because
school
that playoff money, you get. I forget what the payoff is for every game that you play in the playoffs. You get a certain amount of money, a payout for that, and you have to split it up with your conference.
right.
Notre Dame didn't have to split it up with anybody.
Well, but you also have the set here where, let's just be honest, we're going to get to a point where you're probably going to have 4 SEC teams getting playoff money. And at best, you'll have 2 teams from the ACC getting it. Maybe. But the reality is you're going to have more of a share. You get 4 of the 12 shares. Think about that. Going back, you're going to have that math too. So
I want to say it might have been Ryan Day's old bitch ass, but there was some coach talking about them and the SEC deserve 4 automatic bids to the 16-team playoff, with the ACC and other teams getting 2, like you had said. I
think that in the interest of being fair, if we're talking about what is just fair, I'd much rather have the best 16 teams. I really, really would. And I'm not talking about, we just because we play in the SEC and we've got guys that go to the NFL, we're the better team. I want the best 16 teams playing in the playoff if we get that far. That's what I would much rather have. Not this, we have to blow each other because we're in the conference. No, let's get the best teams and have them compete for the national title.
Hey, I'm timing out old Cody, just so y'all know.
Well, I'm not an admin, so I don't think Jackpot's made me an admin on the channel, which is funny. I would do it
The
anyway.
last comment was a little out of bounds.
Actually, he should do that for the fall because I do watch his live stream when I'm doing stuff on the air. So
I'll make sure I get on that.
I know I'm picking,
Yeah,
but no,
but-
I can we agree we should have the absolute
I think
best
so.
teams?
I think that's what they got wrong with this first go around, because this is how I felt. I'm sure y'all might have felt a similar way. This playoff cycle just didn't have the buzz other playoff cycle. When they had the 4-team, it had a lot more energy and a lot more excitement around the games than what I felt around this this last playoff cycle.
It's cheaper now. When you have more, it cheapens the fact that you're going.
Yeah, it was like some of them I don't even think I watched, to be honest. It was like I just don't give a fuck. Like
I ain't gonna lie, I fell straight asleep on that Indiana Notre Dame matchup.
Right.
Yeah, it's like that. I'm glad they fixed that this year.
I mean, it was already in hand when I fell asleep. But,
I'd much rather have the best 16 teams or 12 teams. The problem is that you're gonna have people that are gonna lean toward a conference because their team is in that conference, and they're gonna be like, well, we think our 9-3 team is better than, a team that's 10-2 or 11-1 or whatever. And to be honest, I'm starting to think that the group of 5 should just have their own championship. I mean,
yeah, why not?
We're at that point now because
they should.
It really is a David and Goliath type thing here. I mean,
they should. You got 4 Power 4 conferences. You got 16 playoff spots. Put the top 4 teams in each conference into the playoffs. and fight it out.
Right.
I mean,
I also
simple
think all the
enough to
games
me.
should be on
It's
campus. but
simple
that's not
enough to
gonna
me. I mean, the
Yeah, all the games
NFL,
should be on
that's how they do it. I mean, basically, you've got wild cards and shit, but all the other sports do it like that. Nobody else, Major League Baseball doesn't do a fucking postseason ranking to decide who's going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Well, it's getting close. I think I saw we're 81 days away. That means almost just above 10 weeks from college football's return. Dude, I'm excited. Rob, I know.
Mr. We way out here said it's a terrible idea. Have the smaller conference have something. There will never, ever, ever. None of them will ever have a shot at a national championship. They won't,
except for Sacramento State.
There's no way. They don't.
They got a $40 million NIL budget. That's up there with Texas, Kale.
Well, they're going to spend their way into it, but I don't know. Octavian wants to come back into the program, but he's already. I'm going to let Jackpot determine his fate. Jackpot.
Hey, by the way, before you let him in, just know Popeyes has a chicken sandwich that they literally just pour fucking pickle juice on. Can y'all believe something so absurd has come out of a fast food restaurant?
People
used to sit in line for like an hour for those chicken sandwiches back in 19.
Mm-hmm.
Back when they first came out, they're terrible now.
Chick-fil-A soaks their stuff.
Their customer service is horrible.
If I remember right, I don't know.
Yeah, but it's like a pickle juice.
The chicken breasts and that and pickle juice. And then they do that. Chick-fil-A, if you go to like Food Line or somewhere now, they sell jugs of pickle juice.
Yeah.
Now, in the pickle, I think that's for that purpose.
Okay.
Or I've heard it's like good.
I'm back.
What's up,
back to Popeyes. What are you slapping over there, brother?
No, I'm not stuffing. I'm just reading these comments here. Jackpot. We have a new chicken wrap. Jackpot.
Is it
good? I watched some girl on TikTok. She reviewed some girl in New York City. She reviewed all three of them. So it tasted like shit.
The classic chicken wrap is good, but the best seller is the spicy chicken wrap.
Okay.
Spicy chicken wrap.
I might have to get into it.
I look forward to Rockabilly 864's review of whatever shit that Octavian is flogging here.
You got to pull up the Octavian store and review that joint on a video.
But I have a hard time getting to Spartanburg. There's no way I'm getting to Florida on a regular week.
You come to Tallahassee.
Why? Why would anybody go to Tallahassee?
Fuck that, yeah.
Come on down here.
I'm not going to Tallahassee.
You live in Tallahassee, Octavian?
He works at the Popeyes that's close to the Florida State Stadium.
I thought he was just there. I remember that call-in, yeah. I thought he was just there for like a game or some shit.
Oh, no. I still stay in Tallahassee.
Damn, how you serve all those fucking Florida State fans with a smile?
Oh, listen. I give
Most
them hell
of them
every
work at
day.
the drive-through with him, so.
I give them hell every day.
Clemson people. I mean, that's 90% of what I encounter.
Oh, man. They can't.
Well, there's a lot of Gamecocks in Greenville, Cal.
They're talking about baseball.
I don't work in Greenville, though. I'm over in Easley. Pickens County.
Yeah, I'm out in Easley now. You let me know what stores you do. I'll come support my local.
Most of the time, Publix, brother.
Publix and Easley.
Publix, all the Dollar Generals.
So, hold on. Let's help Elijah. Elijah says, I'm passing through Tallahassee on Monday morning. Sir, keep driving.
Yeah, keep going.
Just keep driving through.
Going down to the Keys, brother. Yeah. Is Tallahassee a big city?
No, it's not that. It's not that big. It's probably like the size of Clemson.
Oh, so it's tiny.
It's bigger than that. Come on now.
Clemson's
tiny. Capital.
It's a little bigger, just a little bit.
I was about to say Clemson's tiny. You know what surprised me? Have y'all ever actually been
Tallahassee's population is 205,000 people.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's slightly bigger than
that's
Clemson.
populated state in the state of Florida.
This fool said Clemson. Hey, come on now.
That might be as big as damn
Clemson's
Columbia.
hold on. Clemson's population is 17,000.
That's
Tallahassee
with the students, right?
right. That's with the students, but
That's with the students.
Tallahassee's is
That's what 10,
according
12,000.
according to the census. Tallahassee's 205,000.
Man,
Clemson
damn,
is
there's nothing
17,000.
in Clemson other than Clemson University.
Damn,
Yeah,
Nothing
Tallahassee.
there.
we joke about cow fields and everything else, but that's fucking true.
Yes,
You go
that's
2
fucking
miles
true,
from the
yes.
stadium and there's goddamn cows everywhere.
Without Clemson University, Clemson is Liberty. Or
Shit, it's probably smaller than
6
Liberty.
Mile.
It's probably smaller than that. It's probably out without Clemson, it probably is like Sherrall or Hartsville if y'all ever been in that gym.
I had to come back on because I seen Peckerhead. I ain't see Peckerhead in a minute. Peckerhead, I just got to I have to ask you this question, man.
Yeah.
As a South Carolina fan, what game is you most, you really want to see this year?
What game do I want to see this year, you ask?
Hold on, let
Yeah,
me put this out there. I just shared, I did the search for Tallahassee's population, and they have a purple metal dinosaur at the Tallahassee Museum.
What the hell?
What in the blue hell is going on in Tallahassee that they have
That's
a
the
purple
first thing that
dinosaur?
popped up.
Is that? Yeah, that's the first thing. I mean, you see
That's
the
the-
Google
that's
search.
the-
Tallahassee population.
That's the
Is that
Tallahassee Museum.
Barney's ghost? Is that what that is? Like Barney
Barney-
the purple
that's-
dinosaur?
That's Barney's right. That's his bones.
Have you ever seen the big life-size
Jesus.
rattlesnake that they've got? It's like a skate park or something at Florida A&M in Tallahassee.
God.
That's creepy looking.
Oh, the skate park. I stayed like 5 minutes away from there.
Yeah, look that up, Rob. That thing's weird looking.
All right, I'll look it up really quick here.
Hey,
Somebody else coming in.
I've never seen it. I've just seen
While he does that, I'll answer
Octavian
your.
is getting a swirly. I don't know what that is, but
images of it.
Hey, before that pops off, let me answer your question, Octavian. The game I'm most excited, and I'm trying to. I think I want to plan a trip to go because I think it's going to be a pivotal game for us, Octavian. Is the Missouri game?
I think I'll get Missouri.
I think we beat them too, but I mean, everybody loves to hate on Missouri, but they're nothing if not consistent. I mean, they've been a 9-win team for what, 3, 4, 5 years now.
Yeah.
They go under the radar, kind of like Kale says. Everybody always picks them towards the lower half of the SEC, and they just get your consistent 9 wins a year. And I think we get them early in the year away. I'm excited about that game. I'm gonna try and go out. It'll be my first time in Columbia, Missouri, as well.
all right. So Jackpot, is this what you're talking about? The skate park here?
Holy
Florida
shit!
A&M?
Oh yeah, that's the skate park. Yes, that is the skate park right
Oh
there.
my god.
Isn't that what you're talking about, Jackpot?
It's
I can't
literally
see. It's not loaded on my end yet.
Oh,
Well,
okay. Well,
It looks like it. Yeah, it looks like what you described, Cal. A big old green and orange snake coming out of a skate park.
yeah,
that's
that's it. That's freaking weird. Yeah, there you go. That's fucking
Yeah.
weird, man.
That looks like something you see in a water park.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Now
Hey,
I'm
that's
gonna
all
ask
that
I'm
Davis
gonna ask
Gregory,
a
by the
question,
way?
and I'm not trying to be offensive here, but Florida A&M is one of them HBCUs.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Well,
Yes, sir.
Octavian, I don't know. I don't know a whole lot of black people that skateboard.
I don't. They're not skateboarding right there. I can tell you that. It's more closer to Florida State. It's
Yeah,
more closer,
Peckerhead.
a little bit closer.
Okay.
All right. Hold on. Octavian is getting a swirly. Welcome to the program. Why are you trying to swirly Octavian?
I'm gonna go to Gainesville. It's Daniel, by the way. I'm gonna go to Gainesville and meet Octavian and give him a fucking swirly.
He ain't in Gainesville. You gotta
He
go to
will be.
Tallahassee.
He will be during the football season.
He's in Tallahassee.
He said he's going to the Tennessee game in Gainesville. I'm gonna give him a swirly.
Uh-oh.
He's not going to Tennessee.
Octavian, you gonna take that, buddy? You just gonna
Sir,
take a swirly from Daniel Gregory?
Tennessee is not winning the game, and the chances of him giving me a swirly, it's just not. It's not going to happen, man.
Well, yeah,
I'm
you'll have to.
surprised
who
that
is your
Tennessee man is talking
who is
about
your
something got to do
quarterback?
with an outhouse.
And Peckerhead, Missouri's going to. Hey, I'm going to tell you like this. Missouri is going to be the worst team in the conference. I'm telling you that right now.
You think so?
I thought that was us, Octavian.
Missouri is going to be the worst team in the conference.
Did
Tennessee,
they drop Mississippi State?
Mississippi State's pretty good.
Mississippi State is going to make a bowl game. I'm really high on
now
them.
you lost me.
Fuck,
Now you
no
lost
way.
me, Octavian.
No,
A bowl game.
I'm really
with
high
Blake
on 'em.
Shapen?
Well, Jackpot's
really high on Mississippi.
Jackpot's got them beating Tennessee, so that's one step closer.
Why don't you just
Well,
go
who
on ahead
ain't
and say
beating
they're playing
Tennessee this
Kentucky
year,
for
Daniel?
the
Who the
SEC
hell
title
ain't
game?
beating Tennessee?
Them and Kentucky are going to Atlanta
Who
for
the hell
Saturday in
ain't beating
December.
Tennessee, Daniel? Come on now.
South Carolina ain't beating Tennessee.
Well,
That's because
Tennessee
you ain't
hasn't.
making
No.
the SEC championship to play us.
But
Oh, come
Tennessee
on.
hasn't won in Florida in forever. I mean, you
Oh,
can't
I
run your
agree.
mouth until you
I
actually
agree.
go down there and win. You've taken good teams down there and lost to shit teams. So
Yep, I know.
you got to come with
I
your
know.
hat in your hand until you win that game, sir.
Did they ever beat Will Muschamp in Gainesville?
I don't know.
No, we didn't. We beat
They lost.
When
They
was
lost.
the last time they won it in Florida?
I'm pulling it up
They-
right now, but it's
2000
been.
Ron Zook was our Ron
02.
Zook was our head coach.
Ron
Zook
Zook,
was
dang. Big dang.
Who?
Yeah.
Ron Zook was our head coach.
That was before
When the last
Urban
time-
Meyer.
I was in the second grade when they beat us. They beat us 23-10. I'll never forget that game. 23-10.
It's been that long? Ron
It's
Zip?
been that long.
I've never even
I'm looking
heard
it
of
up right
Ron
now.
Zip.
Ron Zook was
Yeah.
between Spurrier and Urban.
Was he?
Peckerhead, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was a little. Yeah, I guess when I started following, it was Urban. That was when they had old.
He
old
ended
Jim's
up
and
going
Percy
to
Harvin.
Illinois.
Which, by the way, Octavian, I'll give you your flowers. Jeffrey Dempsey and Percy Harvin were electric to watch.
And that Rainey dude. That Rainey
And
dude.
Rainey, yeah, Chris
Oh,
Rainey. Yeah.
Chris Rainey. Everybody forgets about Trey Burton.
Oh, yeah, the tight end. He played quarterback, too. He played it all, didn't he?
He played it all.
Hey, did y'all see Octavian? You're probably the most likely to have seen this. Okay.
So wait a minute, just one thing really quick here.
Yeah.
Florida has won 17 out of the last 20 against Tennessee.
Oh
Can
my
we
God.
can we just
And that's
let's
just in
just put-
Gainesville, right? That's not.
no?
No,
That
that's
is
total.
17 out of the last 20. So for
There
the
are-
last 20
Yeah.
I
games,
can count on my head the last time they beat us.
so
What
the
the
last
fuck?
time I'm not bullshitting you here. The last time that they won in Gainesville was in 2003. Peckerhead, how old were you in 2003? Don't lie.
I was at what month?
Shit.
What
Past,
month?
September.
past September.
That was in September.
I would
September.
have been 3 then.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
Yeah.
Peckerhead was running around with his pull-ups on.
Damn.
The last time that
He should have been out of pull-ups by
Gainesville.
then.
well, fair enough. But
I was going down the
last time
fucking
they won in
cul-de-sac
Gainesville.
hill on the wagon the last time that happened.
You had our little
I
radio
was
flyer
28 then.
What's that?
Fuck your old jackpot.
You're 28? Holy.
I was 20. I was
Damn.
28 when
I wa-
that game took place.
Yeah, I was 8.
So I'm 50 now.
Well,
so.
When I think of stats like that, I always feel bad for the Vanderbilt crowd because they haven't beaten us since
Yeah, but there's
2007.
don't feel bad. There's only like fucking 8 Vanderbilt fans. It's Vandy Dandy and like 4 other dudes.
And the Whistler,
come
and the
on.
Whistler dude.
The Whistler.
Jackpot's
Yeah.
had more people in his jack shed than they've had in their damn stadium at one point.
Right.
Hey, but Octavian, I couldn't let you. I couldn't sit here without bringing this up. I think it's completely egregious. Oh, hold up. Oh, nice. Landon Duckworth down to his top 2. We all know where he's going. But I think it's completely egregious that I've seen some people say, and Kale and Rob, I want y'all's opinion on this. I've heard a couple people say Florida has a top 5 quarterback room in the entire country.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Oh my
DJ
God.
Liveway's good, but who's his backup?
Harrison Bailey. Harrison Bailey is his. Harrison Bailey is his. Believe it or not, believe it or not, Harrison Bailey is the backup quarterback the Florida Gators this year.
Yeah, used to play for Tennessee. He sucked.
Yes.
Stand by. Billy joins the program. Billy, in 2003, how was it being a 60-year-old man watching, your team get smoked, or your team actually winning a game down in Gainesville?
Yeah, it gave me a finger.
We just can't get past Tennessee, Florida.
I didn't realize that you guys had lost, like, literally 17 out of the last 20.
Hey, do they have a trophy for that game, by the way?
No.
Yeah, it's a giant turd.
They need to.
Octavian, can you tell the crowd, the audience, what the name of the street that the Florida State Capitol is on?
It's Prince Dion. Actually.
What's the name of the big avenue there in Florida State? I mean, Florida, Tallahassee.
Oh, the big avenue is God dang it.
Go ahead, say it. Say it.
Oh no.
The main avenue in Tallahassee. What's the name of it? How in the hell can you be the capital of the state of Florida and the main boulevard in Tallahassee is Tennessee Avenue?
Tennessee Street.
No,
Tennessee
it's a damn
Street.
avenue. It's a damn avenue.
Tennessee Street. That's exactly what it's called.
Yep.
It's one lane and it takes you all the way through Tennessee. I'm at Tallahassee.
Well, heck, down in Columbia, Rob lives off of the exit you get off to go to where his house is. It's off Clemson Road.
Well, that's because of the Clemson Road extension, which they do like farm research and stuff like that over there.
Oh,
OSU propaganda machine wants to join the program. Do you want to?
Hey, hold up.
If I
Be
bring
careful,
him on, I gotta drop some
Rob.
people
Before
off.
you bring him on, this dude is liable to say some like.
Oh well, then we'll just let him sit in the chat for a minute. You can just sit
Based
around.
off his previous comments, it's all George Soros and like
Right.
blood libel stuff.
Yeah,
I don't want this guy to come on and say some weird shit.
political
and get going
bullshit.
up on it.
We don't need that on here. We don't need any political bullshit on here.
Yeah.
No.
No, I do enough of that.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, I want to ask Jackpot something. What are you staring at up on the wall?
The TV, sir.
What are you
I'm looking
watching?
at the screen.
Jackpot just need to take that Gamecock flag down and just throw it in the trash can.
Hey,
Why
shut
would
the
I
hell
do
up,
that?
Octavian. Why don't you? What the hell you got to say to a Gamecock fan? Your team was fucking terrible last year. Don't talk to us.
Ass. They're terrible the last 5 years.
Sir,
Here's
how many times you throw that Gamecock hat down on the ground, man?
Octavian, your quarterback can't complete a pass to his own team unless he's playing a
Listen,
non-G5 team.
DJ Lab, listen, we're the most watched team.
You can't
We're
stay
gonna
out
be
of the injury tent.
Oh my God.
We're gonna be the most watched
Who
team.
the hell's tuning into a Florida game?
I just got on
We
here.
have no new games. We have all primetime games.
Octavian,
Hold on,
We're
hold on, hold on, hold on.
Octavian, I want to be so serious and so honest with you. It never crossed my mind once last year, the year before, or the year before that, to ever consider watching a Florida game. I mean, Florida
should
games
watch
are
it
not
this
prime
year.
time, bud.
You should watch one this year.
Hey,
This is be the year.
I
Well,
got
shit,
on
if
here.
you went out and play us in the SEC championship, I'm gonna have to, ain't I?
Oh my,
Well,
oh
But
my
y'all
God.
gonna have to win some ball games to get there.
I got on
Okay?
We're gonna win some ball. We're gonna win some ball games this year.
Alright.
Hold on. I
Five.
got on here. Did he? Who did he said their quarterback room
Who
was?
is Tennessee's quarterback?
It don't matter. But did you?
Who is
say
Tennessee's
Harrison
quarterback?
Bailey
We're
is
gonna
your
win. That's
backup?
an easy one.
It can be
Harrison
Hendon
Bailey?
Hooker. It can be Joe Milton. It can be Nico. I'm a bitch. It can be Joey Aguilar. Guess what?
It can be Peyton
We'll
Manning.
still finish with a better record than Florida again
It don't
for
matter.
the 4th or 5th year in a row. And you
Did
can
he
watch
say-
while you're in the Music City Bowl. You can watch us playing in something that actually matters.
Daniel, did
Oh,
he
my
really?
God.
Did he really say Harrison Bailey?
Yes, he did. He
Harrison-
now he's good.
Harrison
Now he's
Bailey. Harrison Bailey
Oh God!
is a good backup quarterback. He's decent. I'll give him
good.
that.
Oh my God.
To be fair, he might be a decent backup.
You better
Didn't
hope
y'all
the
pay-
Flyway don't go down.
Okay, didn't y'all pay him with those McDonald's bags to get him up there to Tennessee?
We paid him to leave.
Did y'all pay him to go up that way? He was one of the people. He said that he was
ready
he was
now.
one of the
Dude,
he was one of the players that could receive the
Bruh, he
money.
transferred out of Tennessee and went to UNLV to be a backup. Don't
And
ever
he's
talk
got
to
the
me about
bet.
Harrison Bailey again.
By the
Dang.
way, here's a serious question.
Dang.
With the new NCAA ruling that just come out, it's not going to stop any of the bag money.
No, it's not.
This is not help. This hasn't done anything.
Yeah,
This-
All it's done, Billy, I think you'll
all
agree.
it's done is made mediocre schools that don't want to spend no money. Now they got a little change in their pocket.
Well,
But
it
it's
also
not
hurts the
stopping- it's
lower
not-
end athletes, Billy, because the scholarship reduction.
It ain't stopping nothing.
No,
It's gonna
I'm talking about your athletes that don't play but still get on scholarship. It's gonna fucking devastate
Oh
them.
yeah, walk-ons can't even. Teams are going to straight
How
scholarship
many-
players.
No.
Can't even
I'm
have
just-
walk-ons.
Because you got the scholarship reduction,
Yeah.
and then the salary cap as well.
This is
Hold
not
on,
solved anything.
hold on.
You're gonna
Tom-
see a
Tom-
lot of those. A lot of those Olympic type sports at the schools get eliminated.
Yeah.
Tom didn't put out a super chat, but you
Which
know
is-
what? This deserves
sad.
mentioning. A Tennessee fan talking about NCAA rules. Yes,
I mean,
sir.
to be
Whoa.
fair, he's got a
Whoa.
he's got a point, gentlemen.
He's
He's
got
got a point.
Okay, now what?
Got a point.
Oh,
Okay,
now what?
Billy, I have a question, Billy. All the people that y'all paid, have y'all got an SEC championship out of all that? All the players that y'all paid over the years, have y'all got one?
How have you not made a bowl game in 4 years until last year?
Sir,
with NIL?
we-
How'd you not make a bowl game?
Listen,
How'd you not make a
we
bowl
took-
game?
These are
we-
two
they
very
went
good
to bowl
questions.
games, they just
gentlemen.
lost them.
These are two very good
I tell
questions.
you what, I'll answer your question, Octavian, if you'll tell me this. How many times did Florida have first and goal on the 1 yard last year?
We had it 5 times.
5 fucking times and couldn't get in. I don't want to hear shit about your line of your offense or Lagway.
Hey, didn't y'all have the lead on us when Graham Mertz was in, and as soon as he got hurt, Lagway fucking blew it all away?
Hey,
I'm
but can we
sorry.
all agree on
Octavian.
something? Can we
Yeah,
all agree on
Octavian,
something?
you're 3-17 against us in the last 20 years.
Well, that
should be the only
Florida should
Hold
win.
up, hold up. I think I've got some middle ground for it.
He's trying to help you, Octavian. He's trying to
I
help you.
think everybody can agree Florida should be head and shoulders above what they have been for the last decade.
Facts.
And the fact that they haven't, I'd be rioting as a Florida fan, Octavian.
Well-
I know you come in, you say you're winning the Natty every year. I'd be pissed off, dude. I'd be
Well, we
pissed off.
ought to be
Being
we
serious.
ought to be pissed.
Well, you
I
never
play-
could
I-
replace
I
Urban
play-
Meyer, Octavian. Urban Meyer's been gone since what, 08, 09?
We should be competing for the championship every year. We should.
2010 was Urban's last year, and
Let's be serious
well.
here. Florida is a victim of the same Tennessee bullshit. When you change coaches every 2 or 3 years trying to find the
Yeah.
coach, this is what happens.
Yep.
So,
Hey,
That's
did you
what
know
happened.
that? Did you know
the
that
Gamecocks
Vanderbilt has more
retired
wins than-
Urban Meyer. Yeah, he
Yeah, we
lost
did,
that.
didn't
We beat his ass in 2010
Yeah.
and won that SEC East.
That was
And,
the championship they
not
got.
long after
That was the
he was
championship they
leaving.
got away. The
Yeah,
championship they got away.
old Spurrier gave your boy chest pains, Octavian. How you feel about that?
He quit.
Vanderbilt has
Yeah.
more wins in Gainesville in the past 15 years than
Octavian,
Tennessee.
Oh,
does.
good
Tennessee
God,
throwing
Rob.
that out
That is
there.
a
Has,
stat and a half, dude.
Good God.
has Florida finished the Aaron Hernandez statue outside the state? Stadium yet?
They have not. They have not.
Well,
sir.
let me know when they finish that statue because I want to come down there and get a picture of it.
He wasn't that
Oh.
good at Florida. He was better at
You
the
know,
Patriots than he
I
was at
lived in
Florida.
Gainesville for 4 years, from 87 till 91. And I live right down the street.
Oh, you
from
live
the
in
stadium.
Gainesville? They got a
For 4
base up
years.
there?
No, they got a recruiting office. I was a pilot officer.
That was back.
recruiter.
That was back when they were cheating.
What'd you fly?
No, I was a
Oh.
recruiter.
Oh, I thought you said you were a pilot. My bad.
I recruited pilots and engineers for the Air Force.
Oh, word.
Hey, Daniel Gregory, you know who my next door neighbor was that I shared a wall with?
Who?
Charlie Fulton.
Oh, really?
That don't mean nothing to them.
Hey, Billy, you know who I shared a wall with while I was at Clemson?
Who?
DJ Ooga Booga and fucking Brian Breeze.
Oh,
No, let me say something. I Googled a couple of weeks ago, was looking, they were trying to name they were naming top famous Clemson players. And I Googled it, and guess what? Guess who Clemson has in their top famous Clemson players? Yes, they do. Google it. Top
Who is it?
Clemson football players. They got DJ Ooga Ooga in there.
Oh
Oh
God.
man, talk about DJ Ooga Booga. He is beloved here in Tallahassee. He's beloved here.
Top
Really?
They have
Right.
T-shirts. He's giving away
What? He's fucking
T-shirts.
terrible.
Fuck him.
He's given away more soda than anybody in Florida State history.
His
Hey,
name
but,
gives
hey,
his
can I tell
name
y'all a
gives
funny
Rob
story? Can I tell y'all a
anxiety.
funny story about DJ Ooga Booga and a couple of other Clemson football jerk-offs?
All right, after this, I want to bring OSU propaganda machine on and let him spew. So go ahead.
I'm telling you,
we're gonna have to
Rob,
drop
you
some
better be,
Tennessee folks.
you better have your finger hovering over that mute button. That's all
I
I
will
gotta
be there
say.
ready to go.
But
But we give everybody a
Damn, I
chance
want to hear
here.
this.
hey, can I be
That's
on
the way
a
that it
fly on
goes.
the wall? Please don't kick
I'll
me.
be
I wanna
happy
hear
to
this.
leave you on here as long as you're.
Yeah, I'll be quiet. I'll be
But hold
quiet.
on.
We
Listen
have
to the-
to.
listen-
We have to give him a chance to come on because that's the kind
That's
of
fair.
program we are. We are
Hell,
not
I've got a wrench.
fucking sports talk Jay or
That's
who's
fair.
that or the booger guy. We're not that guy.
Booger
The
Bentley.
booger
Oh,
guy.
PR
Whatever the
Bentley.
fuck that guy is, the
PR
one who
Bentley.
wouldn't let Jackpot talk. We're not
Booger
that
pot.
Hey, but
Booger
listen
pot.
to this. Listen to this. So this was confirmed by. So my roommate was the a manager for the property we were living in, and old DJ Ooga Booga, Tyler Davis, and Brian Breeze thought it would be a good idea to bring in a construction company without letting the property management know. Cut a hole in between the walls of 2 townhomes and connect them via door. Keep in mind, these guys also only lived there for a year.
Oh shit.
They
So
saw,
they made like a Dutch door.
yeah, they sawed through the walls of 2 individual townhomes and connected them via door without consulting.
And they wanted their
Property
deposit
at
back
all.
when they left.
And Clemson University wrote them a check for when they didn't even spend a
Jesus.
dime. They didn't even
All right,
spend a dime.
look, I'm gonna.
All right.
I'm gonna
Well, that was
untouchable.
that was
gotta
for
drop
if
some guys
DJ
off.
had to give his neighbor some sugar. He damn sure couldn't throw it over there, so he just had to hand it through the door.
It must have been, and dude, they were all driving like $100,000 cars. Man, those
Get
were-
outta here.
These dudes were the
Jeez.
most filthy people you've ever seen. They would leave
Look,
chicken bones out by the street. Meanwhile, I get fined $15 a day if my trash cans
Oh,
left
Lord.
about 5 minutes past time.
Okay.
All
These
right,
guys
we
got
get
fucking chicken bones
it.
littering
I'm
the
gonna-
street.
I gotta let Octavian and our Tennessee folks go. I'm sorry, but
It's all good.
I gotta give OSU propaganda the proper bid here. But I appreciate you guys checking in. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
see y'all boys.
All right,
All
guys.
right.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
He said, "Fuck you."
All right, Billy, appreciate you, buddy. Thank you, man.
Billy,
There
take
you
care,
go.
buddy.
Billy joining the program. All right. Now, Peckerhead,
I'm
let him talk. Okay? All right. OSU Propaganda Machine, welcome to the program, sir. Please do not say anything that's going to take our stream down.
I would never say anything inappropriate like that. I am a
Good.
respectful
What do
young
you-
man.
What do you have for the program, sir?
Well, I just wanted to say to that Florida man who was on that Florida corrupted Urban Meyer, and whenever he came to Ohio State, he was cured of all of his sins at Florida, because Florida is a corrupt program, and Ohio State would never do anything detestable. We are.
Well,
a
why
pure
do you
program.
play football with a marijuana leaf on your helmet then?
It's a Buckeye leaf.
It's a
Someone.
hot leaf.
It wouldn't really surprise me if someone named Peckerhead wouldn't understand the difference between a marijuana
So
leaf.
you've been going off for
and,
2 hours
a Buckeye
about
leaf.
blood libel, and you want to
But
talk about names?
To be
Well,
fair,
what?
to be
Shut
fair,
up,
why
you
aren't
fucking
you just
loser.
talking about the fact that you're the reigning, defending national champion, and not anyone here can say anything to you about that? That's what you
Well,
should be leading
I
with.
think
You
people
shouldn't be leading with
people
Urban
should know
Meyer.
the truth. People should know the truth about Shane Beamer and his connection with George Soros. It's just undeniable.
Well, first of all, if you come on and you make statements
I
like
don't-
that,
I don't even know
what
who
do you
that
have?
is.
What do you
Of course
have
you
as
don't
far
know.
as proof for that, sir?
We can look at Frank Beamer and his connection to Warren Buffett. They were in the same. They were in the same fraternity.
Lots of people have connections to Warren Buffett, sir. But go ahead.
And Warren Buffett and George Soros work together and they invest together. And I think through that Shane Beamer is, through Beamer Ball, is pushing a left-wing agenda that is taking over the college football space and corrupting our youth. I think that's what's happening. And I think you
to
guys
be
propagate
fair,
that.
if we were,
I have it on full authority that that Beamer is a Trumper, big time.
Yeah, that's what he wants you to think, buddy. But the evidence is there. The proof is in the
Yeah.
pudding, and the truth will come to the light. That's why we're a God-fearing program at Ohio State, and to be fair,
No,
I
you're
don't think
not.
Shane Beamer.
That's
Yes, we are.
that's not true. No, sir.
We are
That's
a
definitely
God-fearing
not true.
program.
What the
Look at
hell?
Travion
No,
Henderson.
not really.
Travion Henderson.
Steering program.
We are.
This is such a fucking joke.
Travion, what is he, a
God.
preacher or something? What?
Travion Henderson?
Yes.
Oh, did you not watch the national championship?
Did you watch
I
the
watched
Michigan
national
game?
championship. I know who he is, but what does he have to do with being a God-fearing?
He led our team in prayer. He was a very
Okay.
respectable Christian, strong Christian
Well, wait
man.
a minute. Hold on, sir. If it's just about that,
That's
Dabo
amazing.
literally baptizes people in fucking kiddie
He
pools.
prayed for your
I
team.
never mentioned anything about Dabo. This is about Shane Beamer.
Okay.
To everything I know about Dabo, he is a God-fearing man. I have a lot of respect for Clemson, but South Carolina, on the other hand, very questionable. The connection to George Soros and sacrificing babies is very clear. It's very the proof is there. The
You
proof
think,
is there.
could some of this be just butthurt because your team is 0-4 against the Gamecocks?
Yeah, it could be.
Well, I have a trophy and you don't.
That's fair.
Yeah,
but hey,
I mean,
sir,
we're talking that's
Does-
apples to oranges.
Didn't your coach almost have a temper tantrum on the? No, he did have a temper tantrum on the field after Illinois did a little timeout symbol. So I don't even think I care about that whenever you
No,
get beat
no,
Illinois.
he was standing up for it. He was going to attack that man. They had to
No, he
hold him
wasn't.
back.
Shane
I have to
Beamer
ask
is
you-
at least 170 pounds soaking wet.
And he
Sir,
probably
can I ask
would.
you a
Doesn't matter.
question? I have a question for
It's
you.
a fire.
Yes, I'm
Does-
listening, Rob.
Does Ryan Brewer still scare you?
No.
Oh, well, he should. You probably don't know who that is. You should Google it.
Oh, I know who that is,
No,
but
you
I don't really care about him.
You don't care about
your
him?
team should know about it because the last time Ryan Brewer walked on a field with your quote God-fearing team, he ran them straight to hell. You got ran over by a white running back from South Carolina. Take
Oh,
that,
in
put that in your
2000.
pipe and smoke it.
Hey Rob, I gotta.
Peckerhead did something. I didn't delete it.
Looks
Just so
like
you know.
God removed him from the chat. That was an act of God removing him from the chat
I
right
didn't
there.
remove him.
I think that was God prevailing over this call right now.
Well,
he knew it was his time to go.
Ohio State won the national title. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I have nothing but, you were the best team last year. I think your fan base is a little warped, though. Your obsession with Michigan to the point with some of the stuff I've heard is pretty damn crazy. Just saying.
Well, that's another program that's obviously gone into child sack. I mean, just look at the scandals with their coaches. I don't even need to get into it. I don't even think it's a topic for this stream, quite frankly. But the sacrificing babies definitely associated with their program too, just as much as Shane Beamer.
Yeah, I'm not buying all that, but okay.
That's okay. The truth will come to the light, and everyone will see.
I mean, well, let's just say for a second here that. Well, never mind. I'm not going to go down that road with you. You
On
won
what
the
road?
national title. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, sir. You have a great evening, okay?
You too.
All right. Peckerhead, tell people I didn't hang up on you, so I don't want to hear
No,
that shit
he
this
didn't
week.
hang up on me. And
Right.
before old jerk off wanted to leave, I just wanted to ask the party: has Shane Beamer ever gone 1-4 against his rival?
Dude,
Did
hello?
Shane Beamer lose to his 500 rival last year en route to a national championship?
Peckerhead, I'll take you seriously whenever.
Hey, that's a
you
yes
grow
or no
beard.
question, jackass. That's a yes or no
Peckerhead, I'll
question.
take you serious when you
That's
grow
a yes
a
or no
beard.
question, jackass. Go ahead. Yes or no? Has Shane Beamer
Peckerhead, can
1-4
you
versus
turn your
his
camera
rival?
back on?
Hey, jackass.
Well, let's not get with
Is
the name
Shane
calling.
Beamer 1-4
Listen-
versus his
Listen,
rival?
Peckerhead,
Yes or
you need
no?
to be able to
Yes
bench
or
the bar
no?
before you
Answer
can
the
talk to me. You got to
question.
bench the bar, buddy,
Answer the question,
and not the
you
girl
loser.
bar, and not
Is
the girl
Shane Beamer
bar.
1-4 versus his rival? You loser.
Peckerhead, I know that
Is-
you have head in your name because. Oh, he's gone.
I didn't take him out. Hold on.
I see another act of
There you
God.
go.
Oh, there
I
he
didn't do
is.
it.
Yes or no answer, you loser. Is Shane Beamer 1-4
Listen,
versus his rival?
Peckerhead, has
Is Shane Beamer 1-4
obviously
versus his rival?
a subliminal
Is
message.
Shane Beamer 1-4
A
versus
subliminal
his
message.
rival?
Peckerhead,
Yes or no?
you like pecking head.
Yes
You like
or
giving
no?
head. We understand,
He can't
Peckerhead.
answer the question. Do you understand English? It's a simple question. Is Shane
Peckerhead,
Beamer
Peckerhead, you need to grow
1-4
some
versus
stubble,
his rival?
Peckerhead.
Is Shane Beamer 1-4 versus his rival?
Peckerhead, you need to grow some
Is
stubble.
Shane Beamer 1-4 versus his
Peckerhead,
rival?
I think there's
To
a.
be fair, he did have a pretty smooth porn stash going on where he
Is
showed it
Shane
off.
Beamer
Oh, that's pretty impressive.
1-4 versus his rival?
Hey,
Don't
hold
let
on.
him off the hook.
Hold on, Peckerhead. I
Is
actually have
Shane
a.
Beamer 1-4 versus
Hold
his
on.
rival?
Hold on. Hims.com.
He can't answer a question. Is
Hims.com.
Shane Beamer
Regrow
1-4
hair.
versus
Have
his
longer
rival?
sex.
All right.
Have better sex. Have
Listen
better
to this guy.
anxiety.
He can't
Less
answer a
anxiety.
question. What a fucking chump, dude. You can't beat Michigan for shit, and you want to come talk about us? You lost to a
Peckerhead.
fucking 500 team last year. You're terrible. Ryan Day's terrible. That bum was on the hot seat last year.
Peckerhead, can you even do a push-up?
Can I do a push-up? I don't know. Can you beat Michigan?
You don't know if you can do a push-up?
Can you beat
I
Michigan?
think it's time for you to go to the
Can't
gym.
eat
Can you
the
beat
push-up.
Michigan? Can you beat Michigan?
Peckerhead, I think you need
Can
to.
you beat Michigan? Can you beat Michigan?
Peckerhead, I think you need
Can
to
you beat
look at the
Michigan?
past 20 years. Y'all
Hey,
answer
is
your
Shane
question.
Beamer 1-4 versus his rival?
I don't know, but I do know he's
Oh, you don't know?
3-for-0
Is Ryan Day?
babies.
Okay, well here, I'll give you a question you do know. Is Ryan Day 1-4 versus his rival?
I can't really recall right now.
Oh, you can't
Peckerhead.
recall? That's probably because you're a fucking idiot. You're a casual. That's all you are, bro. You're a fucking casual. You don't know your own coach is 1-4
Peckerhead,
versus
they
your
won the
rival?
national title.
You fucking casual.
Come on, Peckerhead.
What
They
are you
won the
talking
national
about,
title,
bro?
man.
Peckerhead,
What
you
a
seem
loser.
pretty
I don't give a
upset.
damn about that national title. They
Peckerhead, you
couldn't
seem
beat
pretty
a
upset.
500 Michigan.
Peckerhead,
And you want to talk about national title?
Peckerhead,
Fuck
I
that
need to
national
calm down. I
title.
need to calm down. Unclench your fist right now. You need to speak a little bit more.
Is that what I need to do?
calmly.
How about you answer
Yeah,
a
you need to speak
question?
less. Stop using vulgar language on
How about you
stream. It's
answer a
inappropriate
question?
and unbecoming
How
of
about you
a
answer a
Christian that you
question?
claim you are.
Why can't Ryan Day beat Michigan?
I don't know. That's a good question, but
It
you
is a
know,
good question.
my
Why was
question for
Ryan
you
Day
is,
on
I have
the
a
hot
rebuttal
seat
for you
last
is,
year?
why does Shane Beamer need to sacrifice babies?
Why was
to be his
Ryan Day
rival?
on the hot seat last year?
Well, how about you answer my question? Why does Shane Bieber have to
Because you haven't
sacrifice
answered a
babies?
single question. You just say, I don't know, or you ask another question.
Hey, I have a
Fucking
question. This is
casual.
unrelated,
Wait.
but do you like fishing?
You just say, I don't
Peckerhead?
know, or ask another question. You talking about I answered your question?
Hey,
What are you talking about,
Peckerhead,
you
what's your
loser? You
favorite
didn't
type
answer
of
nothing. Nothing but
Peckerhead?
word salad. coming from
Peckerhead.
you.
Hold
Did
on,
you smoke a little bit
to
too much of that marijuana leaf, bro?
Peckerhead. You need to like
You sound
drink
high.
some water because you're pretty
that what I
hot. You're
need?
steaming over here. I can
Is that
feel
what
the
I
heat
need?
radiating off you. It's a little
Is
bit
that what I need?
concerning.
Will water help you beat Michigan?
I don't even know what that is. I'm trying to ask you a question. Do you like fishing?
I don't know. Are you 1-4 versus Michigan under Ryan Day's
You don't know if you
tenure?
like fishing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
That's
I need
the
to
same
take
answer
a
you
deep.
just gave.
Hold on. Deep
That's the
breath.
same answer you just gave to the 1-4 versus Michigan. I figured you'd have that burned into your memory, considering you haven't won a game in like 4 years.
All right, that's very nice,
Is
Peckerhead. Do
it?
you like fishing, Peckerhead?
I don't know. Do you like losing to Michigan?
Peckerhead, what's your favorite? What's your favorite type of bait, Peckerhead?
What's your favorite Blake Corum memory where he runs for 200 on your taffy ass defense?
Peckerhead, what's your favorite memory from South Carolina's national championship?
What's your favorite memory of Jim Harbaugh getting a Gatorade bath every time he plays Ohio State?
Peckerhead, were you there when Shane Beamer was sacrificing babies? Was
Were
it
you
someone
there when
you were
Blake
involved
Corum
with?
went
Is
for
this why
over
you're so upset,
200
Peckerhead?
on your taffy ass defense?
All right. Okay. All right, gentlemen. I think we've got it.
The dude can't
Let's
answer
just-
a single question. You got your dick.
Peckerhead, I
fucking
just want to know. I just want to
pounded
let you
by
know that I
Michigan.
love fishing
Terrible
and,
Michigan.
and I enjoyed it.
Terrible
I
Michigan
enjoy
at
the
that.
conversation how
You
with
just
you.
you can't get the monkey off your back, man. And I feel
Thank
bad
you,
for
OSU.
Let's not bring
We
race into
appreciate you,
this.
sir. We appreciate you, sir. We let you come on, say your piece. You have a good evening, okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, there you go.
Yep,
I
fuck
don't want
Ohio
to hear
State.
anybody's shit saying that we didn't let him come on and spew his
They let
nonsense.
him come
because
on,
we
and
did.
I handled that bum. Dude. What a loser! That dude, what a casual. He can't acknowledge his team can't get by his rival. A simple question.
Look,
Simple
to be fair, Peckerhead, you're the only guy I know that's like, you won a national title. Fuck you, doesn't mean shit. You're the only. I mean, yeah, it's like they won the national title.
Fuck them, dude. It's
Well,
Ohio
to be
State.
fair, that's
dude.
kind of like when Clemson won those national titles. I was like, well, it's nothing that you did. I mean, it's
Yeah,
what
is it-
Alabama didn't do.
They won the national title.
Did
So
they?
It's because Alabama wasn't ready to play.
Well, yeah.
You know
I
how
think
that
all right.
worked.
Well,
hold up. A loss to Oregon. So they lost every game that mattered. Lost to Oregon, lost to Michigan. I don't give a fuck about their college football playoff appearance. They got a taffy-ass schedule, and they lost every big game they played in the regular season. A bunch of losers, man. They got the benefit of playing a bunch of weak-ass teams in the playoff. They got the best draw of any team. I mean, there's no weight put in the Ohio State Natty. All right? Nobody even gave a damn about that playoffs. Kale just said he fell asleep during them. I just said I hardly even watched them. Rob, I'm sure you missed a couple games too. I mean, that last playoff was a joke.
What, the national championship? I watched the national championship.
Playoffs as a whole.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's basically you won a COVID year national championship, bud. That's all you won, a COVID year national championship.
It's like the Lakers winning the championship in the bubble.
Yeah, that's the equivalent of what you did. And on your way to do it, you lost the only 2 games that mattered throughout your year in Oregon and Michigan.
Chuck, let me address Chuck's comment here. Chuck says, I don't even know why you guys have that lame on your show. You're losing viewers. Sir, we got the same
number of viewers up there as we had 30 minutes ago.
Well, we are not Tennessee Booger Pot either, and we're just going to block somebody because they don't come in here and blow the Gamecocks or Clemson or whatever.
Variety. I mean, we've got many of the same callers that come in, but from time to time, it's fine to have somebody different on here.
Peckerhead read Brock's comments, sir.
I don't understand why sacrificing babies is seen as a bad thing.
I just wanted to see if he would do it. Oh shit, Brock!
Hey, Broccoli's funny
sir.
though. He was at that last live show. He's
Hilarious.
Hey, but by the way, if you got a problem with it, Chuck Bartlow, even though I've never seen you in the comments, how about you come on and call in and show your face instead of just typing on a keyboard and actually give us something to listen to. If you're worried about the callers, maybe call in yourself and take up that space.
That's a good idea.
That's a great idea, right? A bunch of people talking about who wants to call in. They're too scared to show their fucking face anywhere. It's shameful. But anyways, I know it's getting late.
Well, one quick thing here before we get out of here. The folks that are here, can you hit the damn like button, please?
Yeah, it was a good stream tonight.
I don't understand why. I mean, at one point, my number said we had 100 and something people in here watching at one point between Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah.
Hit the like button for God's sake.
Yeah,
it's going to help the show grow. If you want to have more fans in here, that's kind of the way to do it. Just
Chuck, you got to click the link as they're about to shut off the show, I'd imagine. But when you come back, they post the link in the chat. Go ahead and click that. And
Chuck, when we do our show on Sunday, I will make sure that you move to the front of the line, sir. Just make sure.
Hey, but you got to tell us you got to tell us what team you support before we head out tonight. But outside of that, go Gamecocks. All right, Tennessee. I didn't give it to you tonight, and I'm not going to. All right, you're getting a pass this stream. I'm not going to remind you of your 5-7 App State quarterback. Okay, don't worry, I won't bring it up. Other than that, go get. Oh, hold up! Before I leave, I got to address one thing. Rob, did you see this? Listen to this. You're gonna. I think even you, as a Clemson fan, will find.
Look at this. Chuck is a Mizzou fan. Look at that. Anyway,
Mizzou. Oh, I love that. Yeah, definitely call in. I'm gonna try and go to that Mizzou game, Chuck.
All right, finish your thing there, buddy. What you got?
But Leah, can you believe this? So I was reading up on some draft projections, and this was one of the statements I heard on Cade Klubnik. Klubnik has been compared to names like Joe Burrow and Aaron Rodgers throughout his entire collegiate career.
No, I don't buy that.
Where the hell are they getting that from?
You want to know who someone wrote a comparison about him, and if you watch him in college, it's kind of the same thing.
Who's that?
Josh Heupel.
Heupel.
I'm serious. Go watch Heupel at Oklahoma, his final season there. And Heupel was a hell of a quarterback, but Heupel's thing was he didn't have the arm strength, which is what is going to come back for Klubnik.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna definitely look that up.
Go and I read something. And I'm like, you know what? I googled that. Yeah, he kind of reminds you of Heupel.
But yeah, Joe Burrow and I mean, I chuckled. I was like, who the hell is writing this? Joe Burrow and Aaron Rodgers. I've never seen that at all.
Yeah, those two have arm talent. Klubnik doesn't allegedly.
Yeah, Klubnik can run though. The other two can't even run.
But that doesn't matter. I mean, running's great, but in the end, you have to be able to put the ball in tight spots to play in the NFL. And I don't know if Klubnik can do that. We'll see.
Hey Chuck, the streams start at 9, so it'll be 9
running
p.m.
for his
Sunday.
life sometimes.
9 p.m. Sunday, and they do streams on Wednesdays, Sundays, and Mondays, right? What's the other day?
No, Wednesday and Sunday. That's it.
Wednesday and Sunday.
Wednesday and Sunday. Yeah, Wednesday and Sunday.
Don't
Come
try
on,
to make me
call in.
work more than I do.
Hey, other than that, go Gamecocks, y'all. Remember, I'm not reminding you of your 5-7 App State quarterback, Tennessee, so you got to pass tonight. Other than that, Florida, you still suck. Ohio State, you're never going to beat Michigan because you're fucking dumpster fire. Go Gamecocks.
There you go. Peckerhead doing his thing there. And by the way, if you really want to get to the Tennessee fans, just remind them that they are 3-17 against Florida in the past 20 games. And Vanderbilt has more wins in Gainesville in the past 15 years than they do.
Matt
lead with that.
wants to know how many times is this show going live during football season. I mean, I live stream the games every Saturday.
Yep.
I mean, I guess I'll be or Sunday, except for if I go, which is like maybe once a year.
All right. It's been a great show, guys. We appreciate it, and we will see you later on.
Thank you.
All right, Jackpot.